What's up, guys? Welcome back to another Commander deck tech. This time we're doing Glissa Sunslayer. Um, this one is not your typical Glissa deck. This one we're trying to infect some opponents out and go crazy elf ball. At least that's the plan I had. Glissa is going to be helpful in that because we have a card that says whenever a creature with Death Touch deals damage to an opponent, that player gets two infect, so or two poison counters. So Glissa is going to help in that as well. But for those of you that don't know what Glissa does, she is a 3 mana first strike Death Touch Phyrexian zombie elf. When Glissa deals combat damage to a player, choose one, draw a card, lose a life, destroy target enchantment, or remove up to 3 counters from target permanent. So, fun little things. Generally, people make this like a Voltron deck, from what I've heard. I haven't looked up any other deck list really, but I thought it'd be fun to make like an infect type Glissa, especially if people are doing Voltron. But here is the deck list, guys. Like always, this list will be in the description box for you guys to go check out. I'm not going to go over the lands. It would just take too long. If it's a deck you want to try out, try it out. Click the link and you guys can check it out here. And if you guys want to order the deck, you can use Architect here. It's got the prices for everything: Card Kingdom, TCG Player, Star City Games, Mana Pool, Card Market, Card Hoarder. I'm not sure what Card Hoarder is, I'm going to be honest with you, but all the other ones I've heard of. If you want to order the deck, here's a place to do it. And you can even play test it if you want to check it out. There is an option to play test it. Shout out Architect one more time. Not a sponsor, just a really cool place to do your deck techs. Or your deck lists. So let's jump into this, starting with the artifacts. We got Arcane Signet, Army of Auroras, Black Blade Reforged, Blade of Selves, Commander Spear, Dowsing Dagger, Haunted Cloak, Hunter's Blowgun, Soul Ring, and Trepanation Blade. So just kind of, your basic run-of-the-mill artifacts. Now, obviously, you could run some of the 0-drop ones: Paradise Mantle, Paradise Mantle, Kite Shield, Cathar Shield, stuff like that. But we're just running these couple. And then jumping into creatures, we do have an elf package because why not run elves? And then there are some of the infect and poison counter stuff in here. We'll get to those as we go, though. So kicking off the creatures, Abomination of Llanowar. We do have a lot of elves in this deck. Great card late game, okay card early game. Acidic Slime, Arbor Elf, Blight Mamba. It is an infect. Canopy Tactician, Destiny Spinner, Elfheim Druid, Elvish Mystic, Elvish Visionary, Farhaven Elf, Flestermite, another infect with lifelink, Fleshbag Marauder, Farhaven Elves, and then we have Finn the Fangbearer. This is the one I was talking about. Whenever a creature you control with Death Touch deals combat damage to a player, that player gets 2 poison counters. So there is a handful of Death Touchers in here. Glissa's Death Touch, obviously. So another great way to poke with Glissa. And then we do have the kind of like Voltron-esque theme, so you don't necessarily need to build up Glissa. You could always build up one of these infectors, like the Flestermite or the Mamba, and go in for the infect kill with those. That's always an option. Guiltleaf Archdruid. Whenever you play a Druid spell, you may draw a card. Tap 7 untapped Druids you control. Gain control of all the lands target player controls. There is, I believe, 9 Druids in the deck, so this is option. It's not a, we're going to do it every game option, but the option is there. We got Glissa, Sunseeker, the other version of Glissa. You can tap this one, destroy target artifact. Its converted mana cost, if its converted mana cost is equal to the amount of mana in your mana pool. So later game, this is a better card, but does the things. We got Humble Naturalist, adds a mana of any color. Ichor Rats, Imperious Perfect, Ivy Lane Denzian, Jorga Tree Speaker, Keeper of the Fables, Land of War Elves, Land of War Loam Speaker, Land of War Visionary, Necrogen Rot Priest. Whenever a creature you control with Toxic deals combat damage to a player, that player gets an additional poison counter. Plague Stinger, Flying Infect, another great way to Voltron somebody out. Courier Elves, Sereth the Viper's Fang. This gives all our tapped creatures Death Touch. So this with Finn and a whole bunch of elves on the board, perfect. Really get them kind of going. What else we got here? We got Tireless Provisioner because we are going to be playing lands in the deck. Wolfbriar Elemental because we can make a crap ton of green mana. So multi-kicker with this, make a bunch of 2/2 wolves, give them all Death Touch, kill everybody all at the same time. Wood Elves, great card. We got 2 enchantments here. One of them is the Arachnoform. Enchanted creature gets +2/+2 and has reach and is every creature type. And Guardian Project, because we are running 32 creatures in this deck plus Nizza, so 33 creatures. And then stuff like the Wolfbriar Elemental can put extra creatures into play. What the Guardian Project is just non-token creatures, but you get to draw a card off these 33 creatures entering. And once people see what the plan is with Glissa, generally she's going to get removed. So they're casting over and over again, get you through the deck. Then, for instance, we got Becoming Immense. It has Delve for each card you exile from your graveyard while casting this card, pays for 1. Target creature gets +6/+6, so another way to kill somebody with Infect. Blessed or Sprite, target player shuffles their graveyard into their library, prevent all combat damage that would be dealt this turn. Fog, Infectious Bite, another way to give some counters. Ram Through, Roiling Regrowth, and Thwart the enemy. Then for the sorceries, Cultivate, Deadly Brew, Enlarge, Explore, Farseek, Feed the Infection, Find and Finality, Kodama's Reach, Overrun, Smell Fear, Spider Spawning, and Sylvan Scrying. So that's this deck, guys. It's not optimal. Okay, it's not the most Infect, like, yeah, I'm gonna kill you turn 3 Infect. It is kind of more of a fun deck. It works in my play group. I killed a couple of people with Infect with it. I killed a couple of other people with commander damage with it. So it does things. It's a fun deck to play. If you want to try Infect, this one's fairly cheap to build this deck. I think the whole deck is, whole deck's like $130, which ain't bad. And that's running the lands I'm running. You could always change the lands around. Sometimes I run a little more expensive lands. Yeah, check it out, guys. Leave a comment down below. Let me know what you guys think about this deck. Let me know if there's any commanders you guys want me to build, because I've done almost 80 commander decks. So I've done tons and tons and tons of different decks. So sometimes there's obscure commanders. Like, I was digging through my bins and I found some of these old whiteboard or legendaries. I might build one of these guys. Who knows? But that being said, guys, I will see you guys in the next video. Don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, share, all that stuff. And I'll see you guys in the next one.